What's up, y'all? It's Bobby. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be exploring Batsto Village in Burlington County. If you don't know anything about my channel, I do a lot of exploring and vlog content, so make sure you subscribe down below if you're interested in that kind of stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. Yo, look at this dude, yo. Alright, next up we have the ice house, where residents of the Batsto mansion would store ice that they would use throughout the year. Well, you can actually see inside right here, but you can see even like the tools, materials, any kind of equipment they would use to, break up that ice, all the necessities they would need for an ice house. See, like right here, they got all their tools, any daily kind of tools they would need, including like, farming equipment, any kind of mining stuff. There's a lot of houses here. So I'm going to try and give y'all some type of description of each one if I can. The Batsto Village holds up to 33 homes, including the fascinating Batsto Mansion, which is where generations of families and ironworkers lived during the time of business to then evacuation. The village was mainly set up by the river due to the natural bog ore in the area. Bog ore is an iron deposit that produces in the swampy areas, which is how they did business for making tea kettles, pots, pans, even essentials or materials for the military during the Revolutionary War. Settlers used trees as coal and the water for manufacturing. They used natural resources around them to keep the business going. The last homeowner that was evicted out of Batsto Village was in 1989, and since then it has been abandoned. Wow, y'all, look at this. I'd say it's pretty massive. I don't know if these are like furnaces or any other really old tools that they got. It's crazy how all this stuff is still sitting here. See right here, it says it's a range barn for beef and dairy at Batsto. This building once homed to Batsto's beef and dairy cattle, now called the Rage Barn. It was built sometime between 1876 and 1880. They could fit 110 cattle in this one building. You can actually walk in right here. Looks like another stable kind of area, but it's definitely giving me like weird vibes. Yo, put in the comment section down below if you want me to do any ghost hunting here. I can bring my squad, my ghost channel, and we could do our next video here. I think that would be really crazy. You'd probably get a lot of stuff here. So this next building right here we can actually walk into. Sort of looks a little burned. Like as if like all these houses have that burnt effect to it. I'm not sure if like they had to get evacuated from like some kind of like town fire that spread, or if it's just like old wood. So this building right here is called a piggery. It is made for storing pigs inside during the cold weather. So let's take a look. Step in here. See, they got the stables and everything. Very small place in here. I'm mainly concerned that, what's this big pot right here? I don't know if they was cooking them in there, or that's just something that they would bathe them in or they eat out of, but it's pretty concerning. Over here, here's another stable. Look, they even have a trap door here, so it can like slide up and down. I'm not sure if they had a system to where the pigs can go in and out on like their own time or whatever. There's a barrel. Another trap door. Calm little spot. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's crazy how all these buildings we can just walk into, and it's like kind of cool how we're able to experience this a couple hundred years later. Here's another little house for y'all. This is like something that would be in like a scary movie. Look at the comparison right now. This is me standing straight up. Like, my noggin's hitting this right here. 1830 horse barn. Yo, imagine being a horse in here. It's crazy. It does look really creepy. Look, they got names. Blaze. Cheyenne. I'm not seeing any saddles here. So I guess they weren't really type of horses that you would be riding on. They were probably used for something else, such as like pulling like carriages or something like that. Even got like a little bath area. Go for a swim. So this next spot right here called a wheelwright shop. You can see right here, this is where they repaired all the wheels for the carriages. I didn't know they had something like this, so that's kind of cool. You still got like the benches and all the different like equipment and all that. And then right next to it, we got the blacksmith. So this is where they made like all the tools and other equipment that they needed for their daily lives, you know, getting that ore and all the other kind of stuff. Got all the tools and everything right there for an example. That is where stuff went down, smacking at all them tools to get that work done. So yeah, cool little spot. If you guys haven't yet, go check out my other video that I uploaded. Me and Steve went and explored this, like the biggest blue hole in South Jersey. So you definitely want to go check that out, because that was a really cool experience. And the views and everything were just amazing, especially with like the drone and all that. Go check that out. Give it a like. Comment down below in this video and the other video if you want me to go explore any other places, because sometimes I do have a hard time trying to find a place to go to. Yeah, comment down below if you want me to go to any specific spots. This right here, guys, is the mule barn. So it says right here the mules would be on the first floor, and on the second floor is where they stored hay. This was built in 1828 and it's made of stone and iron. But yeah, let's get inside. Oh no, not another short ceiling. Let's see if it's worse than the last one. It's about the same. Again, this is where all the mules were. These aren't saddles, but it would just be stuff for the mules and all that to hold. So look right here, we can actually get an inside look. This is where they ate and drank. You know what I'm saying? What was they eating? Not a damn. That shit bone dry. They got a lock on there, so we can't go upstairs. Yo, I can't believe I'm witnessing this, y'all. Is this Shrek's outhouse? All you need is like the little moon up there. Somebody once told me. This is a cool structure. Where the hell is that door going, bro? Who is walking out that John? The corn crib. Really, this is just the corn house. There's not really much to it. But they would store the corn till it dries out. So they would put the corn in these little things right here. And when the time comes, they would then strip it down. It would just be provided for the village. So this building was mainly used for using electricity through water to operate. Let's go downstairs. I don't want to go too far down, y'all, but see, they got a mill right there. Just random stuff chilling in the basement. We're out of that little thing right there into this funnel, and then into whatever the hell that is. So this next spot right here is the Batsto General Store. They got a furnace right here to heat up the place. The floor is just like really like warped. Look, it's got like the prices of everything on here. But yeah, this is crazy. See, here's like, it would have like ham hanging right there. Got some pictures, average deli stuff. All your basic stuff that you would sell in like a general store. So yeah, that's the general store. If you haven't yet, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, because I'm gonna be posting a lot of vlog and exploring content. This right here, y'all, is the bog ore I was telling you about. Here's a look at the Batsto Lake. Pretty view. So this building right here is actually a sawmill. Like, you can even see, like, they still got all different kinds of wood that they got. Look how big that blade is. That's crazy. Alright, y'all, so this is one of the main areas I wanted to show you. This is where all of these settlers lived. So all these houses lined up. So you see in here, this is one of the bedrooms. You see a cradle. Guess this is like the baby room and all that. Look how old that mirror is. And that lantern. Like, here's even like the dining room table and like the kitchen area. So you got like your basic like needs and all that for like cooking or just average lifestyle in the kitchen. See, before the 1800s, they had to use, it's called a hearth. So that right there, they would have to open that and they would cook out of that. So that's something that they would use to to cook before they had anything cast iron. See, here's even one house where it had a whole front yard. That's kind of disappointing. All right, y'all, so that is it for this section. Now we're gonna head over to the place y'all have been waiting for, the Batsto mansion. Look at this. This thing is giant. I want to show you guys the front of this place. Like, we can literally just keep peeking inside. Looks like a fireplace, another table. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. $3 for 12 and up. Maybe if we get a ticket, we can come in there next time. Give y'all an inside tour of the mansion. That would be cool. There's so much history here, including, like, you know, where people lived and the machines they made and how they had like different systems and all that for helping out with not only like the town but their own community themselves and the store and everything. It's just crazy how everything was just so connected back then. Like, you never know what kind of history lies here. There could be more than what we see on the surface. But I mean, if that's the case, y'all can type in the comments down below if you want me and my ghost team to come by and do some investigations here, because I do feel like there's a lot more history being held here. I feel some energy while I'm walking around, and even walking in like buildings, it's just like crazy vibes all around. Alright, y'all, that is it for this video. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe down below, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos, and comment down below also if you want me to go to any specific spots, historical spots, abandoned, or if you just want me to ghost hunt in general anywhere. So yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.